Hello, my beautiful friends, especially those of you who are 70 or beyond. Can I ask you something personal? Have you ever looked around your life and wondered, where did the joy go? Maybe happiness feels a little more distant these days. Maybe you're not as quick to laugh as you once were. Maybe the days feel a bit more routine and the sparkle of life a little dimmer. If that sounds like you're someone you love, I want you to know this. You're not alone, and more importantly, it doesn't have to stay that way. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 14 simple but powerful habits that happy women over 70 swear by. These aren't complicated routines or fix your life in 30 days gimmicks. These are small, meaningful shifts, things you can start today, right where you are, with what you already have. And here's the best part. You don't need a lot of money. You don't need perfect health. You don't even need a big circle of friends or a packed social calendar to feel truly fulfilled. What you do need is an open heart and the willingness to believe that joy still belongs to you, because it does. These habits are about more than happiness. They're about wholeness, about waking up in the morning and feeling excited for the day ahead, about feeling proud of the life you've lived and hopeful for the life still unfolding, about choosing peace, purpose, and presence on your terms. Now, before we dive into the first habit, and trust me, it's a beautifully simple one that might just transform your mornings, I'd love to ask a little favor. If you're someone who believes that it's never too late to grow, to smile more, to love deeper, or to embrace a fresh start, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more incredible women like you discover this video and this community. And if you're new here, welcome. I share videos just like this one every week filled with encouragement, practical wisdom, and gentle reminders that aging is not a decline, it's a deepening. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the little bell so you'll always know when a new video is live. Also, if you haven't yet joined our Savvy Senior newsletter, it's completely free and delivered straight to your inbox. Each week, I send out hand-picked inspiration, personal stories, and bonus resources you won't find anywhere else. The link's in the description. Go check it out when we're done here. Now, are you ready to reclaim your joy? Let's begin with habit number 1. The morning gratitude ritual that takes less than 1 minute, but sets the tone for an entire day of peace. Because sometimes, the biggest transformations begin with the smallest steps. Habit 1 is so simple, yet so powerful. Morning gratitude. Before your feet even touch the floor, take a moment, just one, and ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? It could be something big like your health, or something beautifully small, like the warmth of the sunlight spilling through your curtains. For me, some mornings it's as simple as, I'm grateful for the cup of tea I'm about to enjoy. But here's the secret sauce. Write it down. I keep a tiny notebook on my nightstand and scribble just one sentence each morning. And I've found that this little ritual rewires my brain. I focus less on what hurts or what's missing and more on what's already good. And science agrees. Studies show that practicing gratitude boosts serotonin, reduces stress, and even improves sleep. In just 1 minute, you're planting seeds of happiness for the rest of your day. Habit 2 is creating a morning ritual that feels like a gift to yourself. Not just brushing your teeth or making the bed, but something that fills your spirit. For me, it's sitting by the window with a warm cup of tea, watching the birds outside. That's my calm. That's my anchor. Yours could look different. Maybe it's stepping out into the garden barefoot. Maybe it's reading a page from your favorite book, or stretching while the coffee brews. What matters most is that you're present. Not scrolling, not rushing, just being. Because when we start our mornings with intention, the whole day flows differently. You're not just reacting to the world, you're choosing how you want to meet it. Habit 3. Step outside even for just a few minutes. It's easy to go the whole day indoors, especially if you're retired or living alone. But something magical happens when you breathe in fresh air. I'm not talking about a 5-mile hike. I'm talking about sitting on your porch, standing by the open window, or walking slowly down your street. Hear the leaves rustle, feel the sun on your skin, notice the rhythm of the world waking up. And the best part? Research shows that just 20 minutes outside can lift your mood, reduce blood pressure, and clear mental fog. The world may feel smaller as we get older, but stepping outside even briefly reminds us we're still part of something vast and beautiful. So, tomorrow morning, I challenge you to try this. Wake up, write one thing you're grateful for. Then, take 5 minutes just for yourself. And if you can, step outside and breathe in a fresh start. It's a small way to begin the day, but oh, what a difference it makes. Habit 4. Move your body but make it joyful. Here's the thing. Staying active doesn't have to mean hitting the gym or sticking to a rigid workout schedule. In fact, for many women over 70, movement is less about fitness and more about fun. Maybe you sway to your favorite music while stirring soup in the kitchen, or stretch gently in the living room while watching your favorite morning show. One of my personal favorites? Dancing barefoot to old Motown hits while I'm folding laundry. It's not about looking graceful, it's about feeling alive. When we move our bodies in ways that bring us joy, something shifts. You release stiffness, you boost your energy, and more importantly, you remind yourself that you're still vibrant, still capable, still here. And here's a bonus. Regular movement increases blood flow, not just to your muscles, but to your brain. That's right, moving your body helps keep your mind sharp, your memory strong, and your mood lifted. So go ahead. Dance like no one's watching, or even better, dance like your soul is watching and smiling. Habit 5. Connect with someone every day. Even if you're someone who enjoys solitude, I see you, fellow introverts. Human connection is still essential to our emotional well-being. And the beautiful thing is it doesn't have to be complicated. Maybe it's a quick call to your grandchild, a sweet text to an old friend, a warm good morning to your mail carrier. Even leaving a kind comment on someone's social media post can create a ripple of joy. Some days I feel like I have nothing new to share, but the moment I hear someone else's voice or laughter, it's like the light switches back on. That small connection reminds me that I'm part of something bigger, something human and beautiful. And the science backs it up. Studies show that social interaction reduces loneliness, lowers stress, and even helps us live longer. So if you've been waiting for someone to reach out, maybe today, be the one who reaches first. You never know who's waiting to hear from you. Habit 6. Learn something new every day. Now don't worry, I'm not suggesting you go back to school. Learning can be simple, fun, even playful. Happy women over 70 are curious by nature. They stay mentally young because they stay open to new things. Maybe you read a fun article, try a new recipe, or finally figure out how to use that setting on your phone. Lately, I've been learning how to sketch flowers and, let me tell you, my first few looked like awkward blobs, but I kept going, and now I find joy in every messy petal. You could ask your grandchild to teach you something about their world, or pick a random word from the dictionary and learn it. The goal isn't perfection, it's stimulation. Because when the mind is learning, the spirit is blooming. So, today's challenge? Move your body, reach out to one person, and discover one new thing. These aren't big tasks, but they might just create the biggest shift in how you feel. Stay with me, Because coming up next is a habit that's all about nourishing yourself with love from the inside out. Habit 7. Nourish your body with love and intention. Let's talk about food, but not in the "what diet are you on" kind of way. This is about something deeper, something gentler. Happy women don't just eat to fill their stomachs, they eat to nurture their bodies, to honor the life that body carries. And that shift in mindset makes all the difference. You see, instead of obsessing over restrictions, they listen. They ask their body, "What do you need today?" Sometimes it's a colorful bowl of salad. Other times it's a hearty bowl of soup that warms the soul. And yes, sometimes it's a square of dark chocolate enjoyed slowly with a smile. They drink water, not just to stay hydrated, but because it feels like a fresh start with every sip. They eat slower, savoring each bite instead of rushing through the meal. And here's the magic. When you eat with love, your body responds with energy, clarity, and joy. So today, ask yourself not just, "What should I eat?" but "What would feel good to my body and my heart?" Habit 8. Practice small acts of kindness. Here's something beautiful. Kindness is contagious and it doesn't cost a thing. A handwritten thank you note, a surprise batch of cookies for a neighbor, a smile to a stranger who looks like they've had a tough day. These aren't grand gestures, but they can change someone's entire mood, sometimes even their entire week. I remember once receiving a short note from a friend, just a few words, "Thinking of you today." It made me cry in a good way. That simple sentence made me feel seen, remembered, valued. And the science agrees. Acts of kindness release serotonin, reduce stress, and increase our sense of well-being. So whether it's a note, a wave, a kind comment, or even a silent prayer, your small kindness may be the brightest light in someone else's day. Habit 9. Make space for reflection. Life moves fast, and if we're not careful, the beautiful moments can slip by unnoticed. That's why happy women create time for reflection. Each evening they pause just for a few minutes. They might ask, "What made me smile today?" Or, "What did I learn about myself?" Sometimes they write in a journal. Other times, they simply sit in silence and watch the sky change color as the sun sets. And it's in those quiet moments that clarity comes. You remember what matters. You let go of what doesn't. You breathe deeper. Reflection doesn't have to be profound, it just has to be honest. And over time, it helps shape a life filled with gratitude and perspective. Habit 10. Surround yourself with beauty. Let me be clear, beauty doesn't mean expensive. It means meaningful. It might be a fresh flower on the windowsill, or a family photo that makes you smile every time you walk by, a soft candle lit in the evening, a cozy throw blanket, the sound of birds in the morning. Creating a beautiful environment, no matter how simple, reminds us that joy can live in the details. And when we notice beauty, we begin to feel it more deeply within ourselves. So, take a look around. What's one small way you can bring more beauty into your space today? Habit 11. Celebrate what you've accomplished. Let me ask you something simple but important. When was the last time you truly paused and said to yourself, "I'm proud of what I've done"? So many of us, especially as we grow older, focus on what we haven't finished yet. The goals still lingering, the dreams that got postponed, the things we wish we had done differently. But I want to flip that today. Because here's the truth. You have already lived through things others can't imagine. You've raised families, you've shown kindness, you've laughed, cried, endured, and loved deeply. Happy women make it a habit to look back not with regret but with honor, with pride. They look through old photo albums and remember the stories behind the smiles. They reread letters from decades past and feel the warmth all over again. Sometimes I sit quietly and think about all the small wins, the ones no one clapped for, like getting through a hard week, or helping a friend, or learning how to use a new phone app at 73. These things matter. They are not small. They are chapters in your beautiful, unfinished story. So here's a gentle challenge for you today. Take 5 minutes and write down 3 things you're proud of. They can be big, they can be tiny, but they're yours. And the more often you practice this, the more you'll see your life for what it truly is. Not a list of missed chances, but a garden of victories. Habit 12. Prioritize laughter and joy. Now, this one is my favorite, because joy isn't just a feeling, it's a decision. It's deciding that no matter what aches, no matter what wrinkles, no matter what the news says, you will make space for joy today. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Maybe it's watching an old comedy that still makes you giggle. Maybe it's calling a friend just to swap silly stories. Or maybe it's simply laughing at yourself when you forget why you walked into the kitchen again. You know what I love? Dancing in the living room to the music from my youth. Is it graceful? No. Is it fun? Absolutely. Laughter softens the hard edges of life. It dissolves stress, lifts your mood, even boosts your immune system. And joy? Joy is what makes life feel light again. So I encourage you, don't wait for the perfect moment to laugh. Create the moment. Sing in the shower, wear the bright scarf, share the joke. Because when you make room for joy, you make room for healing, for connection, for peace. Coming up next, we'll explore 2 more life-giving habits you can start today to feel more fulfilled, connected, and whole. Habit 13. Declutter your mind before bed. Have you ever found yourself lying in bed, lights off, pillow fluffed, yet your mind feels like a messy, overcrowded room? Unfinished thoughts, worries about tomorrow, things you wish you had said, they swirl around like ticking clocks that never stop. You toss, you turn, you try to force sleep. But it's like trying to rest in a room where nothing is in its place. This habit is simple. Every night before bed, declutter your mind, just like tidying a cluttered table. Grab a small notebook and write down 3 things that are weighing on you. Then, add 1 thing you're grateful for, even if it's as small as a warm cup of tea or a kind smile from a stranger. You don't have to solve everything tonight. Just take it out of your head and onto the page, like putting an object back where it belongs. Do this often, and you'll find sleep arrives more gently, stays longer, and leaves you feeling refreshed. You'll wake up the next morning with a mind that feels freshly swept, like a room ready to welcome sunlight. Let your mind rest the way your body does. Don't go to sleep tangled in the chaos of the day, because sleep isn't just an ending, it's a soft beginning. Habit 14. Spend time in silence. Some days, the noise never stops. Notifications, news, conversations, even the internal chatter of what's next. They all pile on, one after another. By nightfall, your mind feels like a crowded street corner. And one day, you realize you can't hear yourself anymore. Habit 14 is an invitation. Spend a few quiet minutes with yourself each day. No phones, no background music, no to-do lists, just stillness and breath. Start with 3 minutes, maybe 5. Sit by a window, step onto your porch, or curl into your favorite chair. Let the silence wrap around you like a soft blanket, not cold, but comforting. At first, the silence might feel unfamiliar, but soon you'll hear things you've been missing. Your heartbeat, the whisper of wind, the steady rhythm of simply being alive. Silence isn't emptiness, it's space. It's where your soul catches up with you. It's where clarity, calm, and quiet joy begin. So give yourself this gift. Just a few moments, every day. You might be surprised how full silence can feel. And if you're enjoying this series, please take a moment to like this video. It truly helps others like you find their way here. Subscribe so you never miss another gentle reminder that you matter. Your happiness matters. And yes, you still have beautiful days ahead. And if you'd like more cozy encouragement, sign up for my free newsletter in the description below. I send out thoughtful little notes just for you. Now tell me in the comments, what's one accomplishment you're proud of? Or what's one small thing that made you laugh today? I'll see you in the next part.